Hello, lovelies. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I want to share with you the small stack I'll be using for 2025. I originally planned on only using one book, but I will be using three separate planners for next year. Let's get started with the Hobonichi Weeks. So, I have used a Hobonichi Weeks before as a fitness journal, but I didn't quite stick to it because I have an Apple Watch and it tracks everything for me, so it felt kind of redundant. However, as of recently, my doctor has required me to keep a health journal, so I needed something small and extra portable, and the Hobonichi Weeks was a no-brainer. Now, I didn't want to purchase a 2024 weeks knowing that I only have about maybe 2.5 months left since the weeks always start in December anyway. So I decided to modify it to include the months of September through November in the back by covering the extra 2026 months using old unused Hobonichi calendars with dates that just so happen to match up. I am using the back notes pages as the weekly portion and just drawing it out. And so far, it has been working brilliantly for what I need it to be. And it's also nice to have this dark cloud of a planner separate from my memory keeper. Also, I really love the cover of this. I'm not really a huge fan of the Liberty fabrics, but I don't know, this one stood out to me and it just feels so soft, like a luxurious piece of linen or something like that. I love how bright and happy this cover is, and I plan on taking this with me everywhere I go. And since I'm not the biggest fan of the sans paper, I will only be using gel pen in this, and that's perfectly fine. It's not going to be a pretty planner or anything. It is just for documenting important health related things. Now, for my main squeeze, I will be using this super cute and tiny sterling ink common planner in the B6 slim size. This is the little, I guess it's a pencil board. I wouldn't call it a pencil board, but that's what they're calling it. And it's so cute. I think it's so precious. And I want to buy a clear cover just so I can use this as a cover and just switch between covers for whatever season that feels appropriate. Okay, so now let's kind of go through what I'm thinking of how I would like to use this planner. And as you can see, I have already decorated a little bit. And the reason for that was because I accidentally put a pen mark on there and I decided to just place a couple stickers and try to get cozy with this planner. So for the first blank pages, I fully intend to use this as a vision board. I love creating these in the beginning of the year, and I feel like it would be appropriate to have this here, especially with all this blank space. For the goal breakdown, I intend to use this exactly as Catherine intended. I am going to use half of it for my faith goals and the other half for my personal goals. And I feel like this will be really fun to look back on and see how far I actually went with my goals. For my yearly tracker, I am actually going to use this to write down my Bible plan for the year. I always read through the Bible every year, and I always like to choose different Bible plans so I don't get too bored. And even though these are like little tiny spaces, I know they're gonna fit. I've written my Bible plan in an A6 before, so I'm sure I can do it in a B6 Slim. For the quarterly pages, I intend to use this again as Catherine intended. I'm going to use this to just refocus on any goals that I would like to achieve. And on this side, I'm going to use this for trackers, which I kind of feel like they go hand in hand. For example, if I want to be more mindful of my exercise. Of course, I'm going to have a tracker that has like if I ate good or if I exercise and things like that. And in this page is actually where I have the little pen mark after writing these little post-its. So I just went ahead and decorated them all very lightly with this sort of bird theme, and I tried to go along with the seasons. I might add more things here, but this will do for now. I love how even though I have already messed up the gilding, I like how each page kind of sticks together. I don't know, it just feels extra brand new. And I actually don't mind that I already messed up the gilding. Over time, it'll just show how loved this planner was. For my monthly, I'm going to use this for my God moments, any special moments throughout the year, and also keep track of my doctor's appointments or any other appointments because I like to have them in multiple places just in case I only take this book with me, or if I only take my Hobonichi or anything like that. I have multiple accounts of where I put my most important appointments. As for the weekly section, as I mentioned before, I plan to use this as an actual planner, but now that I have the Hobonichi Weeks, I'm going to just use this for my memory keeper. Up top, I'm going to just write a couple highlight moments of the day and anything that really stood out. And in this bottom portion, I'm going to write out any of the days that I actually did something worth noting. And I would like to also include a lot of pictures down here as well. Now for the back pages, I'm really excited for it because I like that these are undated and I can do absolutely anything with them. But for the first couple pages, I'm going to save them for collections. As you guys know, I love film, and even though I could dedicate several journals on film, all I'm going to do is just write down the names of anything I watched and have a simple 5-star rating system, as well as a section for books and anything I might be reading. And back here, this portion will be for my prayer journal. And the reason why I include this in my memory keeper is because a lot of times I write my prayers as a sort of journal entry, and any journal entry I do eventually becomes a prayer anyway. So I feel like my prayer life and my daily life just go hand in hand, and I rather not separate that as it's a really important part of my life. So back here, I'll just write down my prayers, and if I have any special days, I can easily dedicate a page to that and write down the page number on the weekly pages. Okay, for my daily planner, I am actually using my iPad for this. Over the summer, I really fell in love with my iPad again, and I've been using my smaller iPad to read books and also read some Bible pages too, especially at nighttime when I don't want to bother my husband with some lights. But I remembered how much I loved digital planning in college, and I actually had a digital planner that I really loved that was undated. And after messing up several pages in my Traveler's Notebook monthly insert, I was fed up with paper planning. I spent so much time decorating these monthly spreads, and it really kind of sucks to see a whole bunch of scribbled out appointments that were moved around or canceled, and I just opted to start digital planning. Okay, so here is my bigger iPad. I hope you can see everything a lot better in here. But what I'm going to do is just show you a blank version of my planner just so I'm not giving out too much information. I could honestly do an entire video dedicated to this planner because there's just so much, and the creator really did a good job with this planner. Now, this planner is actually called This planner and I was using an undated one for years, and I decided to actually purchase a dated one out of laziness, and I also just wanted to support the creator. Now, this planner is quite extensive and it has absolutely anything and everything that you can think of to really plan out your life. And it even has a couple notebooks that you can actually journal with, which is really fun. Everything in this is hyperlinked, so that just means you can click onto anything and it will take you directly to the page. Everything up top is clickable and you can easily navigate through this planner. The main monthly planner is also super clickable, and I love how simple and minimalist this planner is designed. You can put any sticker on here and decorate this however fits your needs. What I love about this planner is that there's multiple views for the week. For example, I can click this and have like a horizontal version of the week, or I can have a vertical version of the entire week. I can also have a meal planner, and I can also have a nice check-in for the rest of the week, which really helps you refocus on anything that you need to do. I love how you can just click on any day and it takes you to the main spread. Now, the creator has different versions of this. She has a horizontal, she has more of like a grid version. There's so many. And with one purchase, you get access to all the versions of that specific planner, which is really cool. And she also has a bunch of different colors as well. Now, for mine, I chose the vertical version with a timeline because I've been really enjoying tracking my time and making sure I do everything I would like to do for the day. I really like how the top portion has all the links and you have the daily check-in section, which is really cool to see what meals you have, how you were feeling throughout the day. I like how it automatically has access to the weekly planner if you need to go back and forth, and your weekly schedule as well. I love how every month also has a vision board, and I've been having a lot of fun with this one. I will try to plan out anything that I would like to do, like sort of a visual bucket list, and I will also try to plan out any movies I want to watch or activities. It's been really fun. I like how every month also has a tracker, and you can go really in depth with this if you wanted to. You also have a monthly reflection, and you also have monthly finances. And if that's not enough already, you have all of these spreads that you can use to just help you with everything. Yeah, let me know if you would like to see how I digital plan. I do use a lot of digital stickers and stuff to make it look pretty, so I can really dedicate an entire video to just digital planning and everything that you can do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my 2025 plans. It's not too much. I really wanted to be intentional with my planning, even though I do have a couple of unplanned purchases, but they are necessary for what I need next year. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you haven't already, hit that like button down below and also consider subscribing and hitting the bell notifications so you may know anytime I post a new video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.